And here we are on episode 67, apparently. Oh, one of my friends is online. Yeah, so you can smelt 20 items in a furnace by using a block of dried kelp as fuel. So yeah, it would seem that my recording software managed to crash while I was still collecting the kelp, which means you didn't miss much. I suppose I can actually recreate everything that I did so that you guys can see it, like performed live-ish. I mean, it's a recording, so it's not really live, but you get the idea. You'd be able to see me actually perform the actions so that you know how I did it, you know that I did it, that kind of stuff. You'll know what I used in the process. The reason why I had the kelp was for modifying my water stream down here in the mine. This is where I had realized that the recording software had crashed as I was down in the mine. I dug out the andesite around the base of this water column. So it was, the 8 blocks of andesite were located here. And I just went ahead and dug them out. I'll dig out the corners first, that way it's easier for me to collect everything. And then, now that I've got the corners dug out, I can just dig out there, dig out there. Now I can go bounce my way over to here. I'll dig out this one, dig out this one. Now I've got the 8 andesite, polished andesite, technically. I'll throw the polished andesite into the stone cutter, and I shall make, oops. I didn't want to make 16 polished andesite slabs. I wanted to make 8 polished andesite slabs. The reason why it gave me 16 from 8 blocks is because of the 2-to-1 ratio, which it provides. Yeah. I shall see how far this goes. Writing in my minecart here. Making use of this lovely rail system that I added in. Does this travel all the way to 400? It does not. So, let's pick up our minecart. We shall go ahead and utilize our extra andesite slabs here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And walk down there a little. 7, 8. Okay. And we will want upper half slabs placed on all of those. And then we want to go and make sure that we, of course, can walk back there because you never know. And we also want to make sure that no monsters will spawn. So let's go ahead and place some of these lanterns that we have. In the appropriate locations so that we don't have to dig them up later. That's my dad, Gazunite. Oh. Huh. Well, there you go. That's a good way of double checking. Is it lined up properly? Well, there a pumpkin above you as there is below? Yeah. That's a good example of just how drastic the elevation change actually will be in the mine. So if I wanted to, I can quite easily actually, and I might as well, dig my way back from here at this lower elevation all the way back to the water elevators. And because of the overhead lanterns, I do not need to worry about lighting or monsters or anything. The only thing I need to worry about is silverfish or gravel. Maybe running out of a shovel or something. But like, other than that, there's really no real danger in me just digging all this out now, because then all I have to do is just dig out the floor down here, dig out the floor above, and then just resurface the floor down here, which kind of was the plan in the first place. That's one of the benefits of having the jack-o'-lanterns, the carved pumpkin lanterns, carved pumpkins with torches in them. That's the benefit of having those installed, is that I can quickly and easily install all of the upgrades in the, dropping of the floor to look for diamonds, dropping it to actual diamond height, or the recommended diamond height, I guess, is the more accurate phrase. I'm able to more accurately and easily mine out this floor simply because as I turn around, you will notice I have A, located redstone, and B, and emeralds, and B, all of this is lit up. I don't have to place any torches because of the overhead lighting. There's a lot of good stuff here. So yeah, I'm finding a lot of good ores. I'm finding very good quality stuff. I don't have to worry about accidentally jumping because I have the ceiling overhead, of course. And since I'm perfectly lined up with the water stream, I will immediately find myself... Aha! What did I find? Oh, I found coal. I thought it was a silverfish, but because I'm lined up with the water stream, I will immediately find that as I hit the water stream, the water will just end up splashing into my face and push me back a little, or try if I'm not still running forward. And then I'll of course be able to immediately just go all the way back up to the surface of the base. I will be able to grab some of the kelp up there. Since it's at y equals 70, I think, I technically only needed 1 stack of kelp. However, I will grab 2 stacks of kelp just to make sure. Stack and a half would also work, or stack and a quarter. 64 plus 16. See, this is the type of stuff I was talking about. There's silverfish here because... Ooh. I just fell down 2 blocks. Oh my. Yeah, you can tell there's silverfish here because, well, they kind of delete the blocks that they left. So as they continue leaving the blocks over and over, you'll find yourself quickly experiencing a bit of an issue where the silverfish do not seem to have any form of any sort of leeway on how they behave. So for example, this is a new hole. So there's a silverfish here. I know there's a silverfish here. Can't really hide because, well, I know it's here. I suspect I know where it is. Ah. Eat. Break the silverfish egg. Break the next silverfish egg. Hey. I'm angering you. Where's your friend? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What are you gonna do about me? Huh? 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 Any more of you? Doesn't look like it. They'd have broken free if they were. When that first one broke, they would have all opened up because they have a tendency to do a chain reaction, and since I was just punching them with cooked chicken at that, they should have all broken free when I did that. And since since no more of them showed up, I'm guessing that means that there are no more silverfish in this specific section of ground, which is good, because that means I don't need to worry about dealing with the silverfish showing up as I try and finish digging out this place. That being said, however, I will want this gold. So I found gold. Yeah. Now I can take my cobblestone. And the reason why I'm using cobblestone is despite the fact that the silverfish can easily infest the cobblestone, that also means that I will easily be able to find the silverfish, but on top of that, it also means that endermen are not able to pick it up, because endermen cannot pick up cobblestone. Try as they might, they do not possess the ability. And now, I may continue on digging towards the water source over here. Additionally, I could just plant a bunch of torches down and say it's fine. However, that does leave room for monsters to spawn, or for the silverfish to, of course, dig into that cave and then just make the cave bigger. And then, of course, if the silverfish manage to infest the block that the torch is sitting on, then that, of course, causes issues, because then I have to deal with the fact that the silverfish broke the torch and then the monsters start spawning, which is why it helps to have a full block light source such as the lanterns that I've been using. So yeah, now we're all the way back over here. You can see the andesite slabs quite easily. The slabs were not affected by the fact that I was mining out all of this. And this is going to just be annoying to deal with. The water, that is. However, that was the entire purpose behind getting those fence gates, is specifically for dealing with the annoyance of the water. Oh, I'm holding them. I came over here to look for them, and it's like, where are they? Now that I mention it. And it's like, oh, I'm holding them. Okay, so as you can see, the fence gate quite easily blocks off the water. I misplaced that second fence gate. My friend decided to message me that word. How lovely. I'll let him know that he's in a YouTube video saying that. I'm sure he'll apologize once he realizes that I was recording. That's awkward. I could censor it and all that and be all, you know, "Ooh, don't be like that. I had to edit it out." No, I'm not going to do that. That's... People who do that tend to be annoying, I've noticed. Where they're like, "Oh my god, you said what? Don't speak like that around me." It's also known as the Christian Minecraft server routine. It's like, get the phrasing out of my Christian Minecraft server. It's like, okay, first of all, do you have any idea how brutal the Christian Bible is? Do you have any idea how much murder is in the Bible? Okay? Don't talk to me about a Christian Minecraft server if you don't know what it means to be a Christian and how much Christians just hate people. Like, you might not realize it, but Christianity is a brutal religion. It's full of hate, spite, evil, malicious intentions, and all kinds of other things. It doesn't seem like it at first because, you know, it's Christianity. How bad could it be, right? Well, it turns out it's actually pretty extensive in the realm of Christianity. You can complain all you want, but it's true. Like, I grew up in Jehovah's Witness. I'm pretty sure I've been baptized. I don't remember, really. Like, I think I've been in a few different religions. My dad studied various religions as well. So I do have an extensive knowledge of how a lot of this stuff works in religion. And religion is just, Like, religion can provide moral values. However, the majority of moral values arises from the person, not from religion itself. It's the people in the religion that make the religion what it truly gets accredited to be about. You know, people think, oh, well, you know, Christianity's great. No, the people in Christianity is great. Christianity is spiteful, evil, and hateful. The people in Christianity, however, are really amazing. They're kind, they're sweet, they're nice. You know, they really make Christianity seem like a great thing. Christianity is not a great thing, but they make it seem like it is. I just realized I'm holding the minecart on my hotbar. Entirely forgot that it was an option. I kind of want to put the shield away while I'm down here, simply because it just gets in the way of viewing how nice this place is starting to look. So yeah, I came all the way down here because I wanted to check how many blocks I actually needed of polished granite. I think I will put the shield away while I'm down here. There we go. Now we have a nice clean view of, well, every now and then of the minecart, but that's just because of the way that's built up there. Once we lower the floor, that will not be a problem. That being said, I can now actually move, now that I have the up and down elevators located, I can actually move the minecart system over to the polished granite line, meaning I'm able to install the rail system over here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect this polished granite, because I'm looking at it and it's like, you know, this is such a waste. If I want to go from the down elevator, I have to run past the up elevator to reach the rail line. I could just run the rail line on the polished granite. So I'm going to do that. But the, you know, it just dawned on me, I've not mentioned yet how so few of my viewers are subscribed to my channel. I clearly make good quality Let's Play videos on my YouTube channel. I try and create 4 episodes a day, and then I compile them into a mega episode on my other playlist. So if you're watching this from said other playlist, you will notice that the episodes are compiled together and stitched together. I have had to lower the video quality of that playlist down to 480 simply because I do not have the storage capacity to consistently create 720 videos, 720p quality videos on that channel playlist. Same channel, different playlist. I did recently search my name in YouTube, my YouTube name, and found that apparently I'm sharing a name with some Chinese show or something. This is news to me. I was unaware that this show existed. However, I'm also apparently not the only user with the name Blue64. So I may need to update my name on Google, which could be a little bit problematic, as you can only change your name so many times, and I do want to reserve, and of course I want to reserve the and there is a desire to reserve the final name change for if I ever want to actually change it to my actual name. I'm pretty sure I managed to reserve one more name change. However, I really would like to have my channel name match my logo in the bottom right there, which is, of course, Blue Nexus Gaming. Which is my Patreon page. If you want to check out my Patreon, maybe send me some money, support my channel, support me. There is a way to, of course, get to to get some items out of it as you support me. There are 4 different items, I believe, that Patreon has allowed me to set up as a reward for meeting a minimum requirement on funding. The items are not free. They do cost money. I will be charged a little bit of money for each item that goes out, of course. However, the items do generate me a small profit per item. I do not even double my income on that. So I'm not earning a lot. Yes, it's retail. It is what it is. There's not really much I can say about it. It is what it is. However, it allows me to offer my Patreon supporters some form of reward for actually supporting me. So I am happy that I am able to actually provide some form of reward, some form of thanks for giving me money. Unfortunately, it requires 3 months of payment minimum in order to receive the item. The item is sent automatically, quality guarantee, blah, blah, blah. Like it's not going to be a ripoff. You're not going to get damaged goods if the goods are damaged. Basically, you're supposed to let me know, and then I'm supposed to let Patreon know. However, I think Patreon... Or no, maybe you're supposed to let Patreon know. I'd have to double check all of the fine details, all of the minutia on the matter. But simply put, if the goods were damaged in shipping, then the goods qualify for a replacement. You just got to send it back and be like, hey, this showed up broken. And it's like, oh, okay, here's your replacement. And if it shows up broken again, then they'll of course look into it and they'll handle all of the fine details. I think if it happens a 3rd time, I think you're just out of luck. I don't remember. But simply, Patreon handles the rewards for supporting me on Patreon over extended periods of time. That is one of the reasons why I went with the monthly payments, is because it allows me to provide something back to my Patreon supporters. In addition, of course, to the massive thanks that I will be providing at the end of every video. I'll just append it to the videos. I suppose I'd actually be doing it at the start of the videos. Because, since the viewers, of course, are providing such good quality support, for the amount of money that I'd be charging them, I would want to charge them that I would want to thank them at the start of the video, because it is a lot of money. It's not the recommended tier, it's the tier above the recommended tier. But as a result, you'll be getting thanked at the start of the video, not at the end of the video. A lot of YouTubers like to put the thanks at the end of the videos, and it's like, well, yeah, that's fine and all, but at the same time, you really want to have your thank yous done up front so that you make sure you get them all. I'd go through and I'd make sure I, of course, have a nice script written out, and I'd plan it all out, and of course, I'd start improving and upgrading the quality of my videos, upgrading the quality of my content, generally creating much better videos, much more consistent videos, and just generally creating a better channel for the viewing audience to enjoy. Accidentally placed a rail there. The quality of my content would slowly increase as my profits increased, as my funding increases, because I need to upgrade my equipment in order to provide good quality content to my users. I can provide decent quality content, which is pleasing to the viewer, obviously. However, there is room for improvement. There's room for upgrades. I'm capable of doing better than what I currently provide. I just don't have the hardware to actually provide that better content. I need the hardware. It's that simple. There's nothing I can do about it without the hardware. I thought I had more rails. I do have more rails. So this entire rail line was a stack and a half of rails with a half a stack of powered rails mixed in, almost. Too short of a half a stack. Yeah, you can hear the silverfish. They're around here. They're under the base. Or mine, I should say. They're under the mine, somewhere. Do I have any more stored? These are all empty. Empty. A lot of these storage chests have nothing in them. However, a lot of them do have something in them as well. So it's mixed goodie bag, really. Okay, now I can put the shield back on because I'm about to go back to the surface. Because I need to grab redstone components. Yes, this part as well. I dug up the corners of the downflow, the part that has the magma block under it. And because I did that, I was able to install these half slabs. If I install them underneath the fence gates, it'll stop the water, because that's actually where the water's getting out. But now, because I have those half slabs, I can just walk out. I don't have to worry about it. And the same for over here, except this one's going to end up being the soul sand. However, you know, if it was magma blocks, I wouldn't have to worry about it because I can just do that. I swim my way up. Okay, it's currently nighttime, so I shall go rest since I am now on the surface. Open my front door, close my front door. There we go. Rest in the bed. now that I have secured my residence, I'm able to check and see how my storage of food sources is going. Seems to be progressing. I shall fire out the egg supply. Yep, looks like a few more there. Okay. So I'll let those simmer, as it were. I shall grab this kelp because I want to recreate the scene where I filled in all the kelp. I also want to deposit this gold. And did I already? Oh, I can deposit the cobblestone slab. I can deposit the coal. While I'm up here, I can also retrieve more pumpkins so that I have more lanterns available to me. Yeah, see, I'm up to 19. I will also fire off this collection system for the kelp, so that I can make sure I have all of my kelp harvested. I will want more kelp. Obviously, I want to preferably have a double chest of dried kelp blocks. Preferably, I actually want like 3 double chests of dried kelp blocks, because I'm going to end up creating a super smelter at some point. So the first thing I want to do is, of course, go down to the mine. And I'm just going to there we go. Pop my knuckles, and oh my, it seems I'm standing on magma block. Good thing I can just walk out. That's why I installed it. If I didn't install it, I would have to sneak and then dig out one of these blocks in the cardinal directions, and then of course the water would push me out, and then I could just leap out. It does help that the fence gates are open. Of course, I opened the fence gates specifically for that reason. Yes, the majority of that was specifically for the sake of showing off that I could do that. However, the other reason why I wanted to do that is because I did actually want to loosen up my fingers, limber up my fingers. Some people claim that popping your knuckles is unhealthy. Some people claim that it doesn't actually do anything to hurt your joint health. Me, I honestly don't really care either way. However, as you can see, I have now placed in all of that kelp. I'm even planting it here in these water sources that provided the infinite water source. And then I can break those 4. And now that I'm back up here, I can... Well, first off, I can go ahead and throw this kelp into the furnace, and then while I'm at it, I can go all the way back down, which, as you can see, is very rapid now that I have the magma block installed. The soul sand will be roughly equally as rapid. However, the primary thing that I want to make sure of first is that I have all of my kelp harvested. Because the kelp will block the ability for it to become a bubble column. However, the act of swapping out the block to trigger the kelp becoming... Oop. Oh, that's not a good timing for that to happen. I may end up taking some damage here. I may end up taking a lot of damage here. Resume game. Yep, I'm drowning. Yep, that was terrible timing. Terrible timing. Made it. Barely. With 1 heart. Whew. That was bad timing. So yeah, the little water area here is very, very narrowly traversable. As you can see, there is 1 bubble of air that I get remaining when I reach the surface. It's a very, very close call. So for my phone to have done that when it did was very, very bad timing. My character could have quite easily died there. I have no idea what caused that to happen. Something about my Do Not Disturb being on or something? I don't know. All I know is I nearly had my character die from drowning because my phone decided to not function properly. I need to have my shears. Then I want to place... I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack 2 tall. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack 2 tall. And then I have this 1 spare. I just carve them all up using these shears, which are roughly half used up, so they're getting there. Now I switch to the axe, collect the pumpkins that are now carved. So yeah, as I mentioned, I have a Patreon. If you don't want to support me on Patreon, you're free to just like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are downloading the video, make sure that you go ahead and flag the video as having been fully watched. Don't just watch like 2 seconds of it and then download it and close the video, because that actually affects how much I'm getting viewed on YouTube in a negative way if you only watch 2 seconds. You want to at least adjust the slider to say that you've watched the whole video if you're downloading it, because that will tell YouTube that you've watched the whole video. However, if you just move it all the way to the end, that won't work. You have to actually watch roughly a minute of the video. So just moving it to maybe the last minute would be more useful. because then you can just watch the last minute and you can see, okay, that's roughly what I got up to, and then you can, go ahead and watch the video that you saved. That way, I'm not losing out on growing my viewing membership, and you're not losing out on seeing more of this content, because otherwise I'm basically getting told that my videos are not interesting. I'm getting told that my videos aren't getting viewed because I'm only getting 2 seconds of people looking at my videos. People look at my videos for 2 seconds. That was one of the videos inputs. It told me that on average, people looked at my video for 2 seconds. Not even joking. YouTube keeps track of that stuff. Also, YouTube keeps track of not just whether or not you have your closed captionings on, but also what they're set to. So if you're set to English auto-generate, then YouTube keeps track of that. If you're set to... why is this not eating? If you're set to French auto-generate, YouTube keeps track of that. YouTube keeps track of a lot of what you do. Even if you don't think YouTube keeps track of it, YouTube keeps track of it. And YouTube does that to tell people like me, the content creators, where their audience is coming from. Who is my audience appealing to? Who is my audience? It's very important information. Oh, that reminds me. Since I have diamonds and obsidian, both, I can make... Where is it? Is it in here? No. In here? Yes. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where was the one I wanted? This one. Oh, I need one more diamond. Okay, so when I died originally, I had enough for an enchanting table. Technically speaking, I should have an enchanting table already. That being said, I'm decently sure there will be more diamonds in that mine that I have dug out. I just need to finish digging it out. So I need one more diamond. That's an unfortunate mishap. I do need these rails and the redstone blocks. The block of redstone. The reason why I need them is very straightforward and simple. I'm also going to set up a minecart retrieval system. So I want a hopper, I want sand, so I want sand, and I want to go all the way over here to my farm, my actual farm, and I want a few pieces of cactus. I'm going to want one for each end, so I'm going to grab 2. I'm also going to want 2 pieces of string, because I don't want this cactus to actually grow. So I will put string atop the cactus to prevent the cactus from getting any taller. Now can I eat? Yes. Okay. And on top of that, I can now, just put that there, carve up this pumpkin right here. Put the shears away again. Now I have 22 carved pumpkins. I'll just throw the pumpkin seeds straight into the composter there. I will also go ahead and harvest, well, I'll collect the kelp from here. I don't think it's ready for a harvest yet, but as you can see, there's a lot of kelp here. That was, of course, stack and a half of kelp. And the furnace is not quite done burning through this amount just yet. More levels. Yay. Yay! Bounce and joy. Okay. I want to make sure the furnace doesn't run out of fuel, so I will put those back in there. I can put away the spare dried kelp. I also harvested any extra kelp that was sitting in the furnace. I shall secure the base by closing all of the doors as I go back down into the mine. I'm going to want the redstone blocks equipped because that's going to be important in just a moment. Because I need to fill in these extra spots in the build where all of this stuff goes. So yeah, as you can see, there is a lot going on here. Oops. That was a misclick. Probably due to lag or something. Yeah. So we've got all of this lovely neat stuff set up now. Now I can go straight from the downward elevator to wherever it is I want to go. I can just ride the rails and just grind on out to here, and there we go. Ta-da! And then whenever I want to go back, I can do the same. I will want some polished andesite. I don't need that on my hotbar anymore. Don't need that on my hotbar. Don't need that on my hotbar. Oh, you know what I forgot to collect? I forgot to collect the sand. Okay, so I do need to collect sand because what I plan to do is I plan to install and I think I will remove this section of rail. That way I have some way to stop in, well, I'll leave it on top of the pumpkin still. But that way I have some way to stop at the downward elevator. And then I think I'll do the same over here at the upward elevator. Actually, no, I guess I don't need to stop at the downward elevator. I just need to stop at the upward elevator. However, I want to make sure that... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to harvest that, and then I'm going to leave that leading to there. However, what I plan to do is I'm going to have a cactus right here, and then in these locations, I shall have a hopper pointing into a barrel, I believe. I'll have it pointing that way. I could theoretically do the same thing on this side, and I think I probably should. But the plan is a block of sand right here with a cactus on top, and that way as the hopper, or as the minecart arrives, it will touch the cactus, which will break the minecart, and then the hopper will immediately pick up the minecart and hopefully I'll put it into a barrel right here. I think I'm going to include a few more hoppers in this build, simply for the sake of redirecting everything into one barrel. It'll take a little bit more iron, but I think it'll be worth it, because